Hello everyone and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today I want to talk about the Ponytown update that just dropped. It's not actually that big of an update, as we can see by going to the About tab and scrolling over here to the changelog. You can see that we are in version 0.74.2, and the main things here are that they've added the option to adjust an AFK timer, and they've adjusted smoothing for, you know, the fading to the horn glow and stuff like that. So like when you turn off your horn and turn it on and stuff like that, it's going to fade in and out and stuff like that. They also added some house building music to the island because that was missing and that was supposed to be there this whole time. They've also optimized some things and stuff like that, but otherwise you're not going to really notice those, so I don't really normally talk about those in those videos. But if you're interested, here they are. You know, they fixed some booping water, sometimes not causing a splash, etc., stuff like that. There's not much to talk about with this update, but I do want to mention a couple of things because there's been some changes to the contributions thing and Ponytown team as a whole and everything like that, and it's pretty interesting, and it's something that I think a lot of people need to know about. First and foremost, Affection, or Pink as they're probably better known, is no longer a moderator on the team. They're no longer an official moderator for the Ponytown team. There's no beef, there's no like drama here or anything like that. It's just they're just no longer a mod. There's nothing more to it. But that is not the only thing that's changed. There's also another moderator that used to be a moderator called Zippy Squirrel and Riznicki. I don't know if those have always been on there or not. I can't really say for sure, but they're no longer moderators, and I don't ever remember seeing a former moderators tab for this contributions section and stuff like that. So it's kind of interesting to see that on there. I don't know if I don't know how long they've been moderators. I don't know the situation with Zippy Squirrel or this Rinziki person or whatever, but I do know the situation with Pink Lumen or Affection or whatever you want to call them. There's nothing, you know, wrong there. There's nothing like there's nothing to, you know, start drama about or anything like that. But it is important for everyone to know that this person is these three people are no longer moderators. That's important to know because while they can still get you in trouble if you know, do stuff to them, but it's important to know who the moderators are and stuff like that. So no, you can no longer like necessarily report things to these three people here because those three people are no longer moderators. So if you have an issue, you can technically go to someone like Pink Lumen, but it's probably a better idea for you to go directly to Industrial Alice, Chira, or even Minnow, or Share My Shipment, one of these other people who actually are either a project lead or an actual moderator themselves. So you can go to one of those people instead, or you can even contact them through their regular, you know, email or whatever, like their everything else, Minnow this, Share My Shipment this, or ponytownhelp@gmail.com. You can contact them that way if there's any kind of issue or whatever. But there's another thing that's changed with the whole contributions list. If they've added me to the thing. They've added me to the testers. That's right. I am a tester for Ponytown now, and it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool to see my name on this list of contributors or whatever. But I'm a tester. Essentially, I test things out for them and find bugs, glitches, etc. And they have my YouTube and my Twitter linked and everything like that. So that's a pretty interesting thing for the update. Pretty cool thing for the update and everything like that. And it's very important information to know that these three people here are no longer moderators. But they have helped in the past, so it makes sense to bring them into the additional contributors. So that's also something I think is very important for you to know. Anyway, let's move on to some of the changes to the game, because there's been some changes. So let's start with the AFK timer. I'm going to go ahead and load the game itself. I'll load it as Birthmark instead of as Skella. That way we can do the horn thing as well, and we'll show you these two things here, and we'll just go over them and stuff like that. But anyway, onto the AFK timer and everything like that. I know people are confused by this whole timeout and AFK timeout thing and everything like that, but it's basically if you go away from your keyboard, or if you don't click anything or press anything or interact with the game in some way, you'll eventually get disconnected. You'll eventually end up in that situation where it's like, oh, I was gone for so long, now I'm back on the main menu, oh no, or whatever. You can now adjust how long that is, and by doing that, all you have to do to do that, all you have to do is go over here to your settings up here in the top right, click it, go to settings over there. But anyway, it's right here at the top, AFK timeout. You're just going to click that, and you have the option from 5, 10, 15, and 40 if you're a supporter, and 45 if you're a top tier supporter. So that's pretty interesting. Something that Ponytown unintentionally did by doing this is they've unintentionally gave us a timer in Ponytown. So now if you have a game or something like that, and this game takes like 5 minutes, and in 5 minutes if you don't do this or do that, then you lose, that you can now do that. All you have to do is set your AFK timeout to 5 minutes and have like some friend who's just going to be AFK for the thing, and set it to 5 minutes, have them just kind of stand there idle in the middle of the game and just kind of watch and just make sure they don't click anything or whisper anything or boop anything or interact with anything. And in 5 minutes that person will disappear from the game. They'll be disconnected and they'll return to the main menu here. After like 5 minutes you would end up here, and of course you're allowed to just go right back in if you want to, but that adjusts how long you can technically be in the game before it just disconnects you or boots you back to the main menu. So again, to find this, all you have to do is go to your gear icon up here in the top right, hit settings, and there it is at the top, AFK timeout under the game tab, and you can set it to 10 or 15. I don't remember which one was default, but you saw it. 15 minutes is probably the best for me specifically, but anyway, it determines how long you'd stay in the game while being inactive. That's essentially what it does. That's all it does. There's nothing more to say about it, and that's really it for the game and us as a whole, really. There's not really much else to say. This update was very small, but it had some important information in there to share, and I feel like some people are going to be very confused by the whole like AFK timeout and stuff like that. Something else, I kind of want to show it here at the end. Getting kind of night now, so I can kind of show it. So I can just hit the horn thing here. As you can see, there's like a glow around me, and then when I turn it back off, the glow sort of fades back in instead of, you know, just flashing off with the snap of fingers, so to speak. So that's the change with the horn and everything like that. And yeah, that's it for the video as a whole. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that, you know, you stay tuned, because I make videos like this every single time there's an update worthy of talking about. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. And if you liked what you saw, please do like, subscribe, and share, and do all of those wonderful things, because when you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all you get. That's not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.